Over time, the audit inspection program has resulted in the relationship between the regulator and the audit firms becoming more antagonistic rather than synergistic. Following some corporate collapses in the early 2000s, there was a huge change in audit regulation, and this saw the introduction of the audit inspection program in the US, and Australia followed suit. This has resulted in substantive changes in the way that audits are conducted, meaning that auditors are kind of more self-conscious about what they do, thinking about, well, what if the regulator asked me a question about this, kind of second-guessing some of their decisions. In response, we conducted an experiment in 2014 where we had participant auditors, partners, managers and seniors allocate staff across 2 clients. What we varied between those clients was whether or not there was likely to be a regulation, whether there was an inspection expected of the audit files, and whether there was a likely partner rotation. We also manipulated whether the client had requested the best available staff. What we found was that when there is likely to be an inspection, that trumps everything. The highest level staff, as in managers, seniors, more senior staff, were allocated to clients whether an inspection was expected, and also staff with the best knowledge skills and compliance skills were allocated to those clients. When a client requested the best staff, that was ignored when an inspector was expected to have a look at the file. Where there was a partner rotation due next year, what the auditors did was that they allocated the staff with the best people skills. Because when there's going to be a partner rotation, the auditors are concerned about the transition process. They're concerned that they may lose a client because they'll say, well, if I can't have the same partner, I'll just leave your firm and go to a different audit firm. So they're very mindful about managing that process, so they allocate the staff with the best people skills. Our research has been reported back to the audit firms and to the regulator. As a consequence, they've been all made aware of how regulation impacts auditor behaviour. In particular, we've been able to highlight how the relationship between the regulator and auditors have changed over time, from being closer to being more antagonistic at this time. We've also been able to demonstrate that auditors will react to their perception of whether an inspector is likely to look at their audit file by allocating different calibre staff to their audits.